Hi students, here are some reminders before we start our online class. Do not forget to write your solution. Fill in the student information box of your notebook. And do not forget to leave a comment after watching our online class video. Thank you very much. Keep learning and be safe. Day 2 of our week 7. Hello everyone, I'm teacher Darnie, and today we are going to have a continuation of our discussion about fractions. So again, we already discussed how to order fractions, how to compare fractions, how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. And yesterday we start our discussion about word problem. Today we are going to have the same topic, word problem in fractions, but we are going to focus on multiplication and division. Okay, so before we continue, of course, the objective is still the same. We are going to solve word problems using multiplication and division. And of course, at the end of this discussion, you need to answer your worksheet or activity number 16. Okay? Now, our vocabulary are still the same. Let's have a quick recap of our vocabulary. The first word, we have question. Again, question. The second word, we have information. Again, information. The third word, we have keyword. Again, keyword. And the last one, we have solution. Again, solution. So these are some of the words that we often use when we have word problem in fraction. So again, let's have a quick review. Yesterday, we already learned that we have 4 stages. Okay, let's have a quick recap again. The first stage is we understand. Again, we understand. Here we are going to identify the question and the given information. Question meaning what is the reason why are we answering this problem? So what is the question that we are going to answer? Okay, and of course, the given information, these are informations that would help us answer our word problem. Okay, so again, the first stage, we have we understand. We're going to identify the question and given information. Next is we plan. Again, we plan. So here, of course, from the word plan, we are going to plan on what to do with those information, those questions, and how are we going to answer our word problem. So here we are going to identify the keyword and the operation, and which is, by the way, we're going to focus on multiplication and division. Okay, next we have we solve. Okay, here we are going to write our number sentence. And of course, we are going to answer the question where we are going to show our solution. Again, we solve, we have number sentence, and we're going to answer the question. And the last stage is we check. In this stage, we are going to check our problem, whether our answer is correct. But most of the time, we're just going to skip that and we're just going to write our answer here. Take note that your answer must be a complete sentence, not just number. Do not just write your fraction, but you need to show or to write a complete sentence answering the question. Okay, so now let's have another example, another word problem, and we are going to discuss it today. Everybody, let's read. Pithak has 2 over 5 kilogram of sugar. It is divided into 4 packets equally. How many kilograms does each packet of sugar weigh? So our word problem is about a person who has a sugar, and the sugar were divided into 4 packets equally. So let's go now to the first stage, which is we understand. Let's identify the question and the given information for us to answer the word problem. Now let's go back to the problem. Now again, the technique for us to identify the question is, let's try to identify or look for the question mark, and you could see the question mark on the last sentence of the problem. So it says here, how many kilograms does each packet of sugar weigh? So again, for questions, it usually starts with how, what. Okay, so we have here, for example, how many. So we are going to write that question here on the question. So how many kilograms does each packet of sugar weigh? Now let's identify the given information. So what are the information that we know so far that we can use for us to answer the problem? Here, if you're going to check on the word problem, we know that Pithak has 2 over 5 kilogram of sugar. So that is the fraction of sugar that Pithak has. So that is one given information. Do we have another information? Yes, we still have another information, and that is that it is divided into 4 packets equally. So the sugar were divided into 4 packets. They were put in a plastic bag or a packets, and all of those packets were equal to each other. So let's go back now, and we're going to write that first information. Pithak has 2 over 10 kilogram of sugar. And the last one, the second one is, it is divided into 4 packets equally. Again, you can rewrite your sentence, okay? Make sure that if you rewrite your sentence, you have the thought and the meaning of that sentence is still the same, and the information are still the same. Okay? Now, let's move on to the second stage, which is we plan. Let's identify the keyword and the mathematical operation that we are going to use. So let's go back now to our word problem. I think the word here is very obvious. Of course, we have the word divided. So meaning we have the fraction of kilogram of sugar, and we try to divide those sugar. So that is now our keyword. So we're going to write divided. And of course, we have 4 mathematical operation. Let's focus today. We are going to use multiplication or division. So of course, we are going to use division as our operation. Now let's have a representation first before we go to our third stage. So if you have here a representation of the sugar, take note that Pithak has 2 over 5 kilogram of sugar. So if this is the whole sugar, it's just only 2 over 5 kilograms. So we have 1 over 5 and another 1 over 5. So this one here is the fraction of sugar that Pitak has. And if we are going to divide those fraction and we are going to change the denominator by 10, we can see that 2 over 5 is equal to 4 over 10. Okay, so this representation, we are going to use this for us to answer our problem. Now let's go to the stage 3, which is we solve. Now we are going to write number sentence and we are going to answer the question. So of course we have our number sentence would be 2 over 5, that is the number of fraction of kilograms, divided by 4. So we have 4 packets, so we are going to divide it by 4. 2 over 5 divided by 4 is equal to blank. Okay, so now since we are using division here, take note of the 3 steps. Can you still remember? Copy, change, invert. Again, we're going to copy, change, and we are going to invert. So first, we are going to copy 2 over 5. Okay, next we are going to change. So instead of division, we are going to change it to multiplication. Okay, and the last one, we're going to invert. Take note that 4, it is a whole number, and when we say whole number, the denominator is always 1. So that is 4 over 1. And if we're going to invert 4 over 1, that is of course 1 over 4. So our equation, our number sentence would be 2 over 5 times 1 over 4. Next, can we cancel any numerator or denominator? Yes, we can cancel. We have here 2 and 4. So we can cancel this numerator and denominator, and we are going to divide it by, of course, 2. So 2 divided by 2, we have 1. And 4 divided by 2, we have 2. So now we can multiply our fractions. So we have 1 times 1, we have 1. And 5 times 2, we have 10. So if we're going to recall our representation, therefore our answer is correct. 1 over 10. And since we already have 1 as our numerator, of course, we cannot simplify our answer. So this is now our final answer. Now, let's proceed to we check. So again, let's skip first the process on checking. Let's just write our answer directly. Take note to make a complete sentence. Okay, so our answer would be each packet of sugar weighs 1 over 10 kilogram. Again, each packet of sugar weighs 1 over 10 kilogram of sugar. So take note, you can rewrite a sentence or you can make your own sentence if you want, but make sure that the details and the information and the meaning of your answer is still correct. You can actually write each packet that Pitak has weighs 1 over 10 kilogram. You can have that as long as the meaning is still the same. Okay, so now let's proceed to our activity number 16. You have now your worksheets. Take note, we have 2 problems. So please check your worksheet activity number 16. And of course, make sure to write your solution on that paper. Do not use your notebook. Write your answer on the paper. Okay, so take note again, reminder that we are going to use multiplication and division in this discussion. So just select it's either multiplication or it's either division. Okay, and of course for our online consultation, we can use Line or Google Meet or Zoom. Just wait for the announcement in our Line group, and we are going to post when are we going to have our online consultation. Okay, so once again, today we discuss about word problems in fraction. We have multiplication and division today. So if you have problems or questions regarding with our topic for today, just send us a message in our group chat. So once again, I'm Teacher Darnie. Keep learning, everyone. Stay at home and be safe. Have a nice day.